Ragini Nayak of the Congress, Nupur Sharma of the BJP, Yogendra Yadav of the Admi Party, Shazia Ilmi earlier with the Admi Party, and Arati Jerath, senior journalist. Thank you very much. Thank you and welcome. Yogendra Yadav, on the 25th of February 2014, on the campaign trail you said, it would be an insult as much to Rao Inderjit as to myself if we are described or referred to as Yadav politicians. That is caste politics, you said. I have never believed in caste politics, and I hope my work will put such allegations to rest. This is what you said. Now Yogendra Yadav, Arvind Kejriwal goes around and declares that he is a baniya, etc., etc. He openly plays the caste card. What is happening to your party?
Arnab, I don't know who's desperate. Is it Arvind Kejriwal who's desperate for votes? Or you desperate for a news that doesn't exist at all? I'm absolutely stunned to hear what you are saying. I think your entire story rests on two false premises. Number one, the word baniya in North India at least, and I hope you would understand the intonations, is not merely a reference to a jati, it's a reference to occupation.
I see.
Number two, you forget that he was not addressing an All India Vash Sammelan or a congregation of baniyas. He was addressing a meeting of traders. At least half of them do not belong to baniya jati.
Achha.
It would be utterly stupid and lunatic for someone to try and quote votes in a gathering where more than half the people belong to other jatis.
I see.
All he was saying was exactly like our Prime Minister. Our Prime Minister goes to New York. He says, "Main Gujarati hu, main dhandha janta hu." Or I said 4 days ago in a meeting of farmers, I said, I come from a farming community. I understand your pain about land.
So he's talking, no, when he said, no, watch it. So you're saying that he is, when he uses the word baniya, he means occupation and not caste. That's what you're saying. Right?
Yeah.
But I don't know whether it would be stupid or whether it would be lunatic for someone to ask whether traders do not belong to just one caste. Secondly, allow me to, I don't know whether it's stupid or lunatic to ask the problems faced by traders of one caste in the context of VAT and raids are problem faced by all traders, and yet Kejriwal chooses to single out only the word baniya. Why did he have to invoke the word baniya? And why didn't he speak in generic terms? Allow me to complete. See, Yogendra Yadav, allow me to complete. Why didn't he speak in generic terms about the problems faced on VAT? What does that have to do with baniya, non-baniya? Talk about VAT here. Talk about the issue. Why make these references, overt or covert?
Arnab, I think the problem comes from English journalists not understanding.
No, Mr. One second. Yogendra Yadav, don't be patronizing with me because it will not work. And if I tell you today that you are,
Arnab,
don't get into this English journalist, Hindi journalist thing.
Arnab,
don't try the patronizing card with me. Yogendra Yadav, we tried this before. You know it doesn't work with me. You try it with someone else. I am asking a serious question. Patronizing attitude nahi chalta hai. Aapse अच्छी हिंदी बोल लेता हूँ. नहीं, आप मेरी बात सुनिए, ये एटीट्यूड मत दिखाइए मेरे साथ योगेंद्र जी। आप सीनियर है मेरे से उम्र में भी, मगर मैं आपसे ये पेट्रोनाइजिंग एटीट्यूड बिल्कुल एक्सेप्ट नहीं करूंगा, क्योंकि कमेंट तो उन्होंने कहा है ना कि आई डिस्क्राइब माई सेल्फ एज अ ट्रेडर एंड आई नो द धंधा। नाउ आई कैन नो व्हाट इज इट मीन? पीपल हु आर नॉट बनिया डोंट अंडरस्टैंड धंधा। What kind of antediluvian argument is this? And on top of it, Mr. Yogendra Yadav, if you are going to now respond by saying that I am only going to now try and personally insult people on the program, I will not accept it because you have repeatedly accused others of playing caste politics. You now want to come to television and say, you don't understand Indian society. Only Yogendra Yadav understands Indian society. Then you must be dreaming, Mr. Yadav. Don't give us this, supercilious argument. Now, let's get a other perspective on this. Arati Jerath, Ragini Nayak, and Nupur Sharma also have a right to respond.
Would you allow me
I go to 1 minute. Ragini Nayak next. It's a political debate, Mr. Yadav.
I want to speak.
Yeah, sure you want to speak. Others also will speak, please. Ragini Nayak.
let me just tell you very simply that in North Indian
No, don't give me this thing. I ask a question. Oh, this is the problem with you English journalists. You don't understand. We understand well enough to counter you, to question you, and if required, to interrogate you on your double standards, Mr. Yadav. And I will continue to do it.
An anchor.
So that is the question to you. Arati Jerath.
Arnab, can I come in, please?
Yes, I think Yogendra Yadav was being very insulting to us English journalists.
Of course.
With this patronizing attitude that we don't understand anything just because we're English journalists. I mean, all of us, Arnab, you, me, so many of us, we've been in the field, we've been covering elections. Do we not understand the intricacies of language and caste and, you know, all the rest of it? I mean, I think this is really, I think Yogendra Yadav should take that back.
Yeah, he should take it back, but I'm not sure that he will. Because we ask a question, he says, मैं बनिया हूँ, मैं धंधा समझता हूँ. और इस पर कोई प्रश्न करे उनको तो कहेंगे कि इंग्लिश जर्नलिस्ट तो समझ में नहीं आती आपको बात. 1 second, Ragini Nayak.
I can.
No, Yogendra Yadav, you can't get away with that one. Ragini Nayak.
You know, please allow me to make my initial comment. You see, this is another desperate attempt by the Aam Admi Party to distort the essence of what Mr. Arvind Kejriwal said by using semantics. Please do not indulge in that. Now, coming to the essential question that we are debating tonight, I am a baniya and I understand dhandha or trade.
Exactly.
This explicit indulgence in identity politics is all the more offensive coming from Mr. Kejriwal because he is a politician who, while entering politics, gave the clarion call that he will be heralding a new kind of politics. He proclaimed that his party is a party with a difference which is going to break away from the existing brand of politics within the enfolds of the political system. He is a politician who created a perception that he is going to bring about immense positive change in the body politic of the country. And when this Mr. Arvind Kejriwal plays this caste and community card, I think we have to first of all, Arnab, draw this conclusion that the idea of the politics of the new which he created was only a political tool, was only a political tactic, was only a convoluted political game and never a profound transformation towards which he endeavored. Through his gimmickry and drama, through his governance deficit, through the n number of U-turns that he and his government took in the 49 days of governance, through the lack of commitment towards the Jan Lokpal bill, time and again Mr. Arvind Kejriwal is proven, and he has given another example that his speeches, his promises, his actions are only filled with opportunism.
No,
and
one
tonight,
second. No, my question is
this double standard and this desperation towards winning Delhi election at any cost.
No, the AAP's defense tonight. The AAP's defense tonight, Ragini Nayak. What's AAP's defense?
ये जो public है, ये सब जानती है. Mr. Arvind Kejriwal can fool some people all the time, all people sometimes, but he cannot fool all the people all the time.
Okay, Nupur Sharma, I'm only taking a turn. Nupur, please. Yes, Nupur.
All I'm going to say is that if he was only concerned about saying it's an occupation, then why did he have to use the word baniya?
Exactly, I don't understand that.
Actually falling, if you've said dhandha, then leave it at that.
Exactly.
And please try and understand, 1.5 saal se Kejriwal wasn't a baniya. All of a sudden he's a baniya, he's realized and only in a
No, I don't know. Maybe Mr. Yogendra Yadav will say that you're an English-speaking type and you don't understand what he's saying. Yogendra Yadav is Ragini Nayak also. Is Nupur Sharma English-speaking type as far as you're concerned? Are we all English-speaking types?
One more thing. Maybe he meant that you're not krantikari enough. Maybe he meant you're not krantikari enough for their liking.
English-speaking types.
Yeah, maybe we are all English-speaking types. 1 second.
You're not
This is not the first time that they're indulging in identity politics.
No,
I can give n number of examples.
I'll give Yogendra Yadav a chance to respond. Shazia.
The novelty is that this is for the first time it's coming straight from the horse's mouth.
No, a valid question is asked today by Nupur that if you have to restrict yourself to occupation, you can say मैं धंधा जानता हूँ.
Yeah.
You don't have to say मैं बनिया हूँ, मैं धंधा जानता हूँ, and then say if you ask a question, oh, this is the problem with you supercilious, shallow, English-speaking
that would be
journalists who don't
too.
understand anything. I mean,
no,
such
Arnab,
a patronizing attitude.
Too.
It's revolting.
But by the way,
What's it, Shazia?
Arvind Kejriwal is not a trader by occupation.
No, but how does it matter?
Same as
dhandha janta hu.
That would be wrong. That's the point.
He's not even a dhandha wala.
Okay, Shazia. Okay, Shazia.
That's the point.
You know, as an occupation.
No, 1 second. Yogendra Yadav will have to respond back.
Exactly.
Shazia is speaking.
Can I make a point?
Somebody just pointed it out. No, can I make a point?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I make a point?
It is a lot of
brief
shouting.
one
Is
is that.
it my time to speak
I'm both
now?
the English-speaking type and the Hindi-speaking type.
Yeah.
And I really feel that this use of this language or this stereotype.
I can't see anything.
1 second. Please continue. Only Shazia is talking. I
Yes,
don't know
and
what
I
shouting
think
you're
we
talking
should-
about, Yogendra Yadav. Shazia is speaking. I'm sure you can hear her. Now,
Arnab,
unless
since
you
I
want to
cannot
heckle her
see
verbally,
anything,
please.
Arnab, I thought you had asked me to.
No,
speak. If
Shazia
it's
was
not my
speaking
turn,
when
please
you.
tell me, because I
Shazia
can't
is
see television
speaking,
right
and
now.
after that, I will certainly come to you, Yogendra Yadav. Shazia.
Yes, sure. Let Shazia continue.
Yes.
So I think this referring to this stereotype of sorts, caste stereotype, first of all, Arvind was never a trader, a practicing trader, so to speak.
Yeah.
Arvind Kejriwal is a baniya by caste. So he was not, if he was referring, he was definitely referring to his caste, thereby making an appeal to the tradesmen and catering to a stereotype of a sort. So let's not run away from that. See, when Mayawati talks about being a Dalit, a Jatav leader, when Mulayam Singh Yadav talks about identity politics ad nauseum and talks about the Muslim Yadav combined, you understand. But because of this party, because this party was a party that spelt a harbinger of new kind of politics, taking away from the stereotype identity politics, it comes as a surprise. It comes as a disappointment. So I think, yes, it was uncalled for. It does smacks of desperation of sorts. And Arvind should not have made this reference to calling himself a baniya and thereby making an appeal. But it is also a double-edged sword, because a lot of non-baniya votes that Arvind seeks to attract will actually be taken away, will be disappointed by this.
No,
so I don't know, it doesn't make great politics.
Yeah,
and yes, it is politically correct, to say the least.
Okay, and
not expected from Aam Admi Party.
Yeah, and Shazia, you are not an English-speaking type or English-speaking journalist. The translation is simple. You don't need complex. We have all studied Hindi to some level. मैं बनिया हूँ और धंधा समझता हूँ translates into I am from the trader community and I understand the trade. Now, if you say understand the trade, you say understand the trade. मैं धंधा जानता हूँ. What's the reference to baniya all about? 1 second. You all given our perspectives. Let's hear Mr. Yogendra Yadav's response/defense. Yogendra Yadav.
Thank you, Arnab. I thought this moment won't come. I think we are making a non-issue over another non-issue. First non-issue is Arvind Kejriwal's statement. The second non-issue is my statement. Let me clarify my statement first of all. It is quite natural for a Hindi journalist to miss a nuance of an English proverb. It is quite, I understand Asmi's Arnab, but the nuance that you would understand is something I cannot understand, and there is nothing insulting if I say that I want to learn it from you. In Hindi, it's very common for people in villages to say, "Mere gaon ka baniya is jati se hai," which is other than baniya, because baniya is used in a occupational sense. Number two, I can understand the stereotyping bit of it, and I think Shazia has a point there. It is quite possible. Arnab, can you please allow me to speak? I've been listening to all of you for quite some time. All of you have the same opinion.
No, but it's just that everything that you're saying is getting up people who are on the debate, provoked enough to want to respond immediately. Nobody is going to stop you though, but you will complete your point, and after that you can respond. Nupur, Ragini and Shazia after Yogendra Yadav completes. Yes, come on.
Yes, I'd be grateful if I am allowed to speak what I speak. This is a reference to a occupational community. Shazia, I think, has a fair point about stereotyping, and I think it would be a fair criticism to say that it is a stereotype because you're born in one community, you understand the problems of that occupation. I may have indulged in similar stereotype when I said 3 days ago, I'm from a farming family and I understand the problem of farmers. Someone can say, what do you understand? There's a bit of stereotyping. I would plead guilty to that. But to say this is casteist politics,
this is with respect, Yogendra Yogendra Yadav appears to most rational people.
Can you allow me
no,
to
Yogendra
speak?
Yadav, just 1 minute.
Or
Please,
would you like
everyone
me to
allow
shut
you.
up?
But
I
please
can shut up
understand
if
there
you
are
want.
mature adults on the program who are asking you certain questions and not all below intelligence, So the question is simply this. What you are trying to do, Yogendra Yadav, is I appreciate the valor with which you are trying to do what you are trying to do. What are you trying to do, Yogendra Yadav? You are trying to intellectualize the play of the caste card. Everybody is seeing this through. You can intellectualize it. You understand Indian society. We've studied social anthropology. We all know what we are talking about. You want to intellectualize the use of the caste card? Best of luck to you, Yogendra Yadav. I don't know how convincing this is going to be, though. When you do something on the ground, you can write a PhD thesis on it. It's not going to work. Ragini Nayak responding to Yogendra Yadav now. Ragini Nayak.
Arnab, you have not heard me
You
speak.
see, if
Can
Mr.
you
Arvind
please allow
Kejriwal-
me to speak on your program? What kind of a debate is
Yogendra
it?
Yadav,
Where
on a
everyone
debate,
has
you
the same
also have to
opinion
have
and
the
other person
patience
is
to
not
listen
being
to
You've been
others.
speaking for the last 2.5 minutes,
I have
Mr.
to-
Yogendra
Mr. Yadav, you are getting very exasperated
there
when
are
others are
legitimate
responding to
questions that we
you.
want to
But
ask.
tell me, Yogendra Yadav, how can we resort to such unilateralism that whenever anybody else speaks, you say what kind of a debate? It is a debate in which there are 4 other panelists.
Arnab, I'm spending half the time in saying, please allow me to speak.
Yes, but do we all have to be convinced by what you're saying? No, but others also should get a chance to speak. Is it fair?
Arnab, you need not be convinced, but please listen to what I'm saying.
I just listened
Can
to
I
you for
demand
longer
this of
than I
you?
listened to others. Now, can
You have
others?
not.
Will you listen to a few others?
You have interrupted me several times. You have not allowed me to speak.
Mr.
And if you've asked,
so how much longer do you want to speak? You please continue. Okay, Yogendra Yadav, you please continue. When you finish, when we have your permission, then we will speak. So please continue.
I won't be long. Caste card is simply when a leader says one of the following things. I'm born in the same community as you. We have an affinity. Please vote for me. Number 2, our caste in which we are born is superior to others. We have certain claims more than others. Please do that. Or spread enmity. Those people are against us. Pit one against another. This is or to make distributional claims. We have this much quota. If Arvind Kejriwal says, I will appoint following baniyas to the cabinet, I will give baniyas the following kind of preservation.
Oh, no. What you are saying, again, now what you're doing is, what you're doing is, first you intellectualized it. Now you are trying to complicate the use of the caste card by saying it has to go parallel with incentivization and affinity. And unless incentivization and affinity follow, it is not really a caste card. Now that's smart, but again it's not convincing because it comes from a party which said no castes, no creed, no lucrative slogans. Only development, only development. That's what the slogan of the Admi party was. And one of the things, Yogendra Yadav, of entering politics is every statement you make will be measured against your own.
They promised change.
Yes, Arvind, Arati Jerath.
Arnab, they promised change. Yeah, they promised
Can I, Arnab, please?
And they ended up sounding like all other political parties. They've been, I think the people of Delhi feel disappointed because they voted for Aam Aadmi Party with so much optimism and hope. And now the Aam Aadmi Party is beginning to sound like the BJP, the Congress, like any other party. So what's the difference?
Absolutely. And one doesn't need to get upset if questions are being asked. It's okay. The media will ask the questions.